Welcome back, sports fans. In this segment, I'm going to discuss Lions' new head coach, Dan Campbell. Dan Campbell was an assistant to Sean Payton with the Saints before the Lions hired him to be their next head coach. I don't know a lot about him except for the fact that he used to play for the Lions, and actually he was on the 2008 team, for those of you who don't know. I would say he's coming into this really wanting to get the Lions to win, which is great. A lot of it's going to depend, though, on what Brad Holmes and the front office can do for him, not only in free agency, but in the draft. In free agency, I'll cover in the next segment. However, considering that Dan Campbell's never been a head coach in the NFL before, this is going to be very interesting. I don't know what his style is going to be like. I don't know what his plan for the Lions is. So I have about as many questions as a lot of you have that I don't think we're going to know until the first few games have been played under him. Obviously, what we do know now is Matt Stafford will not be a part of this, as Jared Goff is the Lions' new quarterback, and he will be their quarterback, I assume, going forward. What this is going to mean in terms of other dominoes, I don't know as of yet. Some of that I will cover in the next segment. I think the rest of it is going to take some more time before we know for sure, and it irons out. One thing I'm hoping for with Dan Campbell, since he's wanting to preach toughness, and that is the one thing he's discussed, and I'm all for the Lions getting to be a tougher team. Unfortunately, he's been mocked by certain media members already, which bothers me considering he hasn't coached a game, and hopefully he can help to shut those media members up by showing that he's a much better head coach than what anybody in the media seems to think that they are. And of course, we all know the Lions have been a joke for some time, and now they're becoming a punching bag for a lot of other media members, and certain media members in particular, as they have been for a while. But now it's cycling once again towards that, which is disgusting and upsetting to me. That aside, much like Matt Stafford and Calvin Johnson teamed up and came along and shut a lot of people up for a time, I'm hoping Dan Campbell will do exactly that as well. But until a few games have been played under him, we just won't know what kind of coach he actually is. In the next segment, I will cover free agency and address some of the positions that I believe the Lions need to address within that prior to the draft. Stay tuned to the Detroit Lions Tomorrow special edition on Ed's Sports Channel.